But when we can refocus back on the present moment, within what's in front of us, but what's also going on in our own mind and our body, there's no better feeling than when you're synced in into the flow state.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Frank.
Today, what if tension isn't a medical mystery, but a learned habit?
Oh my. Travis Chastain and Dr. Brody Miller explain how retraining the brain, the mind, and the body can transform your health.
Let's get encouraged.
Just move your pinky finger if that's all you can do. But just get moving. Just get out, get the blood and the juices flowing. That's above all. We were meant to move. God made us to move.
Yes.
Movement is life. Movement is medicine. Just get moving.
Those holding patterns can be a matter of protection, of protecting the heart from a trauma, right? Eye strain, eye tension can be the same. I can't tell you how many traumas I've released by working with my eyes. And the heart, and all these other areas.
There's that deeper pattern that we're not even aware of that is like controlling us almost like from an animalistic perspective. Is we have these innate patterns and these innate things like deep within our brain that's formed when we're a child to keep us alive and to survive. But those same patterns can also really mess up our lives.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Be Encouraged, Colorado's voice for growth and good. I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
And we're so glad to have you here today because our show is sponsored by The Hive. If you haven't visited The Hive yet, HIVE, you need to a platform connecting purpose-driven dreamers to the experts who want to champion them. The Hive is where impactful visions are showcased, matched with services that care. Visit The Hive at thehive.vision and check out our flyer that we left for you guys this morning.
It's right here.
And today we are talking about something people never really think about. The hidden tension patterns in our bodies and how they influence our health, focus, and emotional state.
Oh my, this should be interesting.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Lisa, I just wanted to say this right quick before we start with these two handsome humans.
Yes.
You bring two handsome humans on here. Was this your idea?
No.
Right?
But they are our
Just
friends.
to upstage me or what? Right?
Yeah. Dr. Brody's got his suit on, popping red tie.
I might as well be wearing a t-shirt.
All right, guys, we're welcome. Travis Chastain, one of the great names in our community,
Yes.
and Dr. Brody Miller are here today as well. We're going to start right here, guys. So, Travis,
Yes, sir.
what is the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome so far in your journey?
In my journey in life or my journey in business?
Yes.
Up to you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Take your pick.
Well, journey in life. Man, you really know how to answer ask the tough questions there, Frank. I mean, I'd say the biggest challenge that I've had to overcome in my life is, well, just learning to let go. Right? Not only learning to let go of some things in my body that were causing me some real trouble, but learning to let go of emotional baggage, right? Learning to let go of expectations, right? False expectations, and really just let God be the guiding light in everything that I do, right? That's the point of life, is to trust and let go and let Him move you. For us human beings, that can be a difficult thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It can be a difficult thing, Frank. What do you think? It can be a challenge.
We've been there.
So how did you do that?
Well, I mean, my story, the Alexander technique really helped me let go of a lot of things from a neuromuscular perspective. And from there, it helped me let go of a lot of emotional things. And then from there, it helped me know the voice of God. And from there, it helped me meet my wife.
Yes.
And so,
props on that wife, brother.
yeah,
she's
You rocked
amazing.
that like you meant it.
married her.
I crushed it.
Don't
You
we
did.
all?
I really crushed it. Yeah, she's definitely the better half.
And she dances.
Oh man, she dances.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the story that I'm on, and I think I'll probably be on for the rest of my life, is a story of letting go.
Yeah.
Right. A story of learning to let go, not only just from a tension perspective, but the tension is ultimately a sign of things that we haven't let go of.
Yes.
Right? It's a sign of things in which
Yes.
we are holding on to that are resisting God's will.
Yes.
And so I've learned to learn that. And I'm still learning to learn that.
It's processes.
I'll learn to learn
It
that for the
is.
rest of my
My
life.
life.
Yes.
As it turns
Yes.
out, Frank, the soul is a rather deep thing.
Yes.
It really,
Yes, it
really
is.
It's kind of deep, people. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Brody, same question to you, my friend, as we begin the show today. Tell us a little bit about your journey, challenges that you've overcome up to date.
Yeah. He said it perfectly. It's the struggle of letting go of those old stories of who I am and what I'm capable of, what is possible in my life. It's an everyday thing, and really, we talked about this last time I was on the show. I had to get the sense knocked out of me in order to be redirected into what I'm doing today. And for people that may not know, I got assaulted outside of a nightclub 12 years ago, and it was such a severe brain injury that I was having epileptic seizures, about 3 a month, and I was given all these medications, seizure medications, and they weren't stopping the intensity or frequency of the seizures. But the God's honest truth is that was the best thing that's ever I can't say the best thing that's ever happened in my life, but one of the best things that's ever happened to me because it's God's will that redirected me to be able to help people turn their neurological setback into something, a setback into a positive.
Yes.
And that's what you all embody here,
Yes.
and be encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once again, pain creates purpose,
Yes.
right?
It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, it really does. I think all four of us can agree on that. Travis, you teach something called the Alexander Technique. For someone hearing that for the first time, what is it? And why has it been so powerful for helping people with chronic pain and tension?
Right. Well, you hit the word tension, right? The Alexander technique is an investigation of unhealthy tension patterns that universally human beings tend to habitually learn how to carry. It was created by an actor in the turn of the 20th century named F.M. Alexander, who was chronically losing his voice as an actor. And when all therapies had failed, he decided he had to take matters into his own hands. Right? And he had to figure it out. As it turns out, as an actor, you kind of need your voice. And
Yeah.
he was losing that thing. So, he had to figure out what was going on. And, he discovered through years of investigation, rather painful investigation, staring at mirrors, frankly, a lot of the time, that there's very particular habits of tension that get activated in the head, neck, and back that we all tend to learn how to carry, that tend to shorten the head, neck, and back relationship in its length, its width, and its depth. And that when you get into those habits, they become your just reality. They become your familiarity, right? And they're not so simple to let go. They're not so easy to let go of. They're actually very simple to let go of, but they're not easy to let go of.
No.
It's a difference.
Right,
Yeah.
there's a big difference, right? And so, after many years of, failing to directly put his body in a better position, he discovered and created a different way of thinking in the response to the stimuli of life to bypass those habits of tension, right? To get himself free of them. And then once he became free of them, he noticed that, oh my, everybody else has the same patterns that I do. And, he went from being able to help one person after the other with various different things after finding his discovery and after creating this very unique and astonishingly simple thinking process to get out of it, slowly but surely.
Wow.
So, Brody, your work focuses on retraining the brain after concussions and cognitive disruptions. So, how does brain recovery connect to the way our bodies move and hold tension?
Can you repeat that one more time? Sorry.
How does brain recovery connect to the way our bodies move and hold tension?
Every single movement that we do it starts in the brain first. I mean, if I'm moving my pinky fingers right now, the brain first has to say, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to move, even if it's the pinky, like a pinky move. And so that fascinates me to no end that, yes, of course it all starts here, because I mean, if you get shot there, we know what can happen. And just knowing that alone can change your life, because it doesn't mean that you have to go out and run a marathon to change your life or go up Pikes Peak. Right? That we can start with simple movements like he talks about with Alexander technique.
Yes.
Then they add up over time, and it's just fascinating stuff.
Yeah, that is fascinating, Dr. Brody. I'm gonna follow up on that, because you study behavior and neuroscience, right? And what role do subconscious habits play in how our brain processes stress or injury?
Well, what a deep question, but right, there's that deeper pattern that we're not even aware of that is like controlling us, almost like from an animalistic perspective, is we have these innate patterns and these innate things like deep within our brain that's formed when we're a child, to keep us alive and to survive. But those same patterns can also really mess up our lives, because we want to survive before we can even have the ability to even try to thrive.
Yes. I love that. Look at you rhyming.
Right. I've learned from the best wordsmiths in the game. But like, there's no way, like if we can't even have our needs met, then we can't even begin to think about our wants or our desires.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it's so important to ground ourselves and to stay present and be aware of that subconscious mind first and foremost, because it does exist and it does influence so much of our behavior.
Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you.
So
It explains why I'm crazy, you know. It gives a lot of meaning in my life.
Who's not crazy?
Yeah, it's
Crazy good.
It's crazy.
That's what Francis Schaeffer and Francis Chan called it. Crazy good.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Travis, you teach clients to recognize tension patterns they didn't even know they had.
Right.
What are some of the most common habits people carry that create pain or anxiety?
Yeah. Well, a big one is chronic holding in the shoulders and the upper back and the thoracic.
I feel that even as you're talking.
Me too, brother. I'm working on it.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, it's a big one. We get really, really held in the ribs, for example, and that really, really dramatically impacts our capacity to breathe and breathe well. Because as it turns out, breath and breath work is a matter of total coordination from the head, neck, back to all the way through the legs, right? And if there's interferences in that total pattern, that breath work is really, really dramatically diminished. So a lot of us are oxygen starved all the time, and we don't even know it because of that fact.
Yeah, I've learned that taking yoga, actually.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because they're all about breath work as well.
All about the breath work.
Are you breathing well?
What?
Are you breathing well?
Well,
Since
yeah,
you're
but in
yoga?
yoga, they do breathing techniques, and it's really great for the mind, and it all ties in
Right.
with releasing.
That's why she's so much sharper than me.
Oh, goodness. It could be because you're almost 70. Almost. September.
It's almost 70.
Yes.
Almost 70.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's sharp, dude. Like,
He
jokes aside.
has to be. I drag him around town.
Keeps him
Keeping up with
keeps him
these young
active.
Yes.
people, all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I married someone younger. But
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep you young.
Go,
Yeah,
Michelle.
Shell, you rock.
Yeah.
Travis, I got to follow up with you on that question, my friend, because you have people with the conditions like chronic neck pain, Parkinson's syndrome symptoms, and breathing dysfunction that you just referred to. So, what changes when someone finally learns to release those patterns in their lives?
Everything.
Oh,
Tell us
all
more.
right, drill down.
Well, I mean, my goodness, where do I even begin? Like, well, how about we just start with the science, and then I'll go into into other experiences, right? So, your walking is going to change dramatically. Your walking gait will change dramatically. Your breath will change dramatically. Your emotional resilience will change dramatically. Yeah, well, yeah. Your posture will change dramatically.
Can you stop for a second, because I'm an emotional intelligence guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm I have a certification in that space, and it's so important to me.
Yeah.
And you said something about emotions. So talk to our people a little bit about what that means when we're hitting that emotional patterns.
Right. Well, emotions are part of a central nervous system and a nervous system feedback network that's going on, right? And if there's an emotional distress, if there's a trauma, it is going to show up in your body in some sort of real way. And it's going to show up in your body in a very real way in terms of tension patterns, right? So, a lot of that referencing to holding in the ribs, for example, can be a heartache. I mean that literally, that needs to be resolved, right? Those holding patterns can be a matter of protection, of protecting the heart from a trauma, right? Eye strain, eye tension can be the same. I can't tell you how many traumas I've released by working with my eyes and the heart and all these other areas. So the point is that, inevitably when you start working on yourself deeply, inevitably when you start working on your coordination deeply, if you're a human being who's been traumatized, you're going to come to meet the demons in your closet.
Yes, eventually.
You will.
Yeah.
You can try to ignore them, but they will crop up.
Well, exactly. It's like the statement goes: is to get to enlightenment, you have to go through hell first.
Yeah.
All right, and it's really true. And sometimes those things show up in your body.
There's a country song called "If You're Going Through Hell, Just Keep Moving."
Just keep moving.
I love that song.
Homeboy, do it.
Yes, I
It reminds me of Dante. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's that aspect of it, right? You're going to run into those things because we embody everything. There is no such thing as separation between mind, body, spirit.
So when those things
Unitarian
crop
system.
up, the traumas, how do people? Do your clients run to you, give you a phone call, or
Oh gosh,
or
no!
you're
Please,
teaching them?
please,
Like,
please
give a little
don't.
details.
Please don't think I'm a therapist. I'm not. From that context. But
So what does that look like?
Yeah.
tangibly?
Well, I mean, I'll give you an example from my own life, and I think that would be best place to start. Is that the best way, in my opinion, to deal with emotional trauma when they do crop up is to utilize the principles of the Alexander technique while they crop up. And one of those principles is non-doing, right? Is why do we feel the sense that we have to push back against an emotion that we're experiencing? Why do we feel like we have to suppress an emotion that we're, when you're trying to hold back an emotional experience, what did I just say? You're trying to hold back an emotional experience. And that doesn't mean that if you're angry, you act out angrily.
Right.
But I can state to myself that I'm angry.
Yeah, identify it, right?
And I can leave myself alone, not push back on that, and I can think of my free neck while I'm angry. I can allow myself to have the experience of being angry while thinking of my free neck. And the interesting thing about that I've noticed for myself, is that when I'm having an experience like that, if I remember to not push back against it, to just non-do around this thing. Think about the principles of the technique. Think about freedom in my neck. Get to know where the tension is living in my body whilst I think of those things. Give it the encouragement to let go gradually as it can, and allow myself to just be present in that moment. The emotion shifts very quickly. It's almost as if, like, when I think of the free neck while being angry, it's like it's somehow now outside of me, and I'm no longer angry about it anymore. It's very weird. I don't even know how else to describe it. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Like, the successful freeing of my neck has changed my perception around the emotional experience that I'm experiencing, to the point that it's not.
That's awesome.
It is that thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Brody, you work with high performers and athletes recovering concussion. So what does true brain recovery look like beyond just waiting for symptoms to go away?
Nice. Symptoms are just the output of what's happening internally. And when you can, quote unquote, overcome a symptom, it becomes basically like the alchemy. It turns that negative fuel into a positive fuel for something that's good. And, I've seen time and time again that it all begins and ends in the mind. I mean, whatever the mind is, it's something beyond our brain, beyond our physical body, the spirit, whatever you want to call it, is when that can happen and you're locked in with focus and concentration, just single-pointed focus, concentration, that magnificent things can happen. Because we live in a world where everybody is so distracted. There's a million gazillion things going on amongst all of the political stuff that's also floating around.
Right.
But when we can refocus back on the present moment, within what's in front of us, but what's also going on in our own mind and our body, there's no better feeling than when you're synced in into the flow state.
Flow state. I
Flow
love
state.
that.
Flow state is
You ever been
fantastic.
flow? You ever been in flow state?
Yes, many
Yeah.
times.
Are you flowing right now?
I'm flowing.
All right. She's flowing.
I'm on the Be
There
Encouraged
we
show
go. Yeah.
with
Wow,
you.
So we're flowing.
Frank
Here we
Sinclair.
go.
We're vibing.
Vibing.
Yeah, Dr. Brody Miller, Travis Chastain, here talking about some very, very important things that all of us need to know about our bodies and how they can help you with that. So, Dr. Miller, once again, what is one daily habit people can start today that helps protect their brain health?
Just get moving. Whatever movement is to you. As I mentioned, just move your pinky finger if that's all you can do. But just get moving. Just get out, get the blood and the juices flowing. That's above all. We were meant to move. God made us to move.
Yeah.
Movement is life. Movement is medicine. Just get moving.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
So
Something in motion stays in motion.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Travis, if someone listening right now feels tension in their neck or shoulders, what is one simple adjustment they could make immediately?
Wow. These are good.
Thank our team.
Well, I'd say that the first thing that you can do is start practicing what we call in the Alexander technique the principle of non-doing. All right, and it's a rather difficult principle to express in words, but I'll do my best. It's something like this: that you give yourself a stimuli to do an activity, and then you think no to it. And then you give yourself a stimuli to do an activity and you think no to it. And if you keep doing that and you kind of pay attention to your body while you keep thinking that way, what you're going to notice is the first time you give yourself a stimuli to do an activity, like I'm going to grab this book and say I'm going to do it, you're going to start immediately reacting. But then you say it again and then you think no, and your body starts to center itself a little bit, not get so reactive to the stimuli that you got. So in a way, what that's doing is it's when you purposely go to a stimuli and then you purposely inhibit it or you say no to it, what you're doing is you're retraining your brain to move away from action and reaction to non-doing, choose the action.
Wow.
Right? And then now what F.M. Alexander discovered, again, the creator of the technique, when he was desperate and he was trying, for goodness sakes, I've tried everything and I can't get my neck to free up. Mm-hmm. And he started running that experiment for himself. That and only then, that point and only at that point was his neck starting to release. Because, it was signaling what he had caught on to long before there was neuroscience. What he caught on to was that when you do that, you're signaling to your nervous system that you're in a safe place to explore instead of a survival place to act and react, right? And so now you're in a place where you can explore efficiency, explore openness, right? And so it all starts with the word no. And no doesn't mean wild horses won't make me do this thing.
Right.
No means, well, let me first consider the fact that there is a choice before I do this thing.
Right. Yes.
There is a choice before I do this thing.
Yeah.
Right? And that if you just consciously signal that to the subconscious mind, then dramatic things can change very rapidly. Very rapidly. F.M. Alexander used to say, you can change a lifetime of habits in a matter of minutes if you just think. If you just think. Stop doing. Think.
Power of no.
Yeah, the power of no.
You know what's interesting, Frank, I've realized is what you both are talking about here is mind health, and that all of us, have habits that have really given us pain points internally, but we can be conscious and do conscious things to do healthier habits, right? And that's what you guys are incredible collaborators as well. Like, I hope you guys are referring every other day to each other.
That's my guy.
This guy's the man.
I'm just saying, you guys are incredible with both of the modules that you guys are offering.
Thank you. I mean, right back at y'all.
Yeah.
Right back at y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My takeaway today is when I think about these two gentlemen that are sitting here right now, and I think about our audience, right? Dr. Brody's here saying, you know what, guys? I know how to help you with your brain. Why? Because I've been helped with mine. Right?
Exactly.
The experience has been so deep. It's changed you. It's made you a different human being.
Yeah.
You're not standing out in front of the bar getting beat up.
Right. Getting my teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those kind of things anymore. And things have shifted dramatically. I'm saying with Travis.
Yeah.
I know, Travis, we've talked many times. I know how this work has helped you in some of the deep places in life where it's made such an incredible difference for you. And that's why you can stand before anyone and go, it can make a difference for you as well.
Bam, mic drop.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
100%.
Good job.
Well, now's my favorite part. As you know, our whole mission on the Be Encouraged show is to infuse hope and encouragement to the world. So, Travis, since you're our panel hostess with the mostest, we're going to have you look at that camera.
That one right there.
Tell them a little bit about your company, your offerings, how to reach you,
Okay.
and then I want you to encourage the world, please.
Ooh. Okay. Well, my company is Body Mind Balance CO, and I offer various lesson packages and group sessions for people to help them with freeing up their body, to help with chronic back pain, neck pain, joint pain, Parkinson's symptoms, and just to be really living the best life that they can and performing at the best at whatever it is that you're passionate about. The Alexander technique also helps with that. Now you wanted.
How can they reach you?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And how can they reach
Yes.
me? Yes. Yeah. So you can reach me at my website, www.bodymindbalanceco.com. And I just want you to know that just the simple no, simple recognition of choice can change your life forever.
That's so good.
Can change mine forever.
Indeed.
Bam.
Boom.
Dr. Brody, you're next. Hit it.
Yeah, I'll follow that with, if you're a high-level professional, high achiever, or just dedicated and you don't want to settle for an average life, and you've experienced a brain injury or a concussion or even a neurological setback like ADHD or one of those issues with your brain, know that your symptoms can be turned into something positive as fuel for a positive, and you can turn a setback into a major comeback just by understanding basic brain health and nervous system principles. And you can reach out to me at Dr. Brody Miller on all social media platforms, DrBrody Miller, or you can go to my website, drbrodymiller.com, and we can talk and we can turn your setback into a major comeback.
Tell them about your book as well.
I also have a best-selling book, Brain Rescue. You can find it on Amazon. Over 100 positive reviews.
Nice.
Hopefully, you'll be the 101st.
Yeah.
We'll check you soon.
Very good. Well, again, thank you guys. This is amazing and so good to see you again,
You
Dr.
too.
Brody. You got to start coming back out more.
100%.
Pull you out of the office.
We're sponsored by Brandon Kirk from Planet Duck.
Yes, he's the owner of Planet Duct, and he has the largest vacuums, strongest vacuums. And what is his slogan again, Frank?
Yeah, they're stronger than the vacuum of space. And Brandon and his family, with his 3 children, are just incredible. I know them personally. We've had a great opportunity to know them. He's a great family man. 25 years, been married to, what is his wife's name? Gaba?
Gaba. And she is a beautiful artist, and yes, they have an amazing farm as well. But he loves the Colorado Springs. His give back throughout all local businesses in town is amazing, and we sure do appreciate him in town.
And one last thing, you know, many of you didn't know this, but Brandon has mentored many small business people in this community.
Yes.
His give back to our community is exceptional. So they really are.
Stronger than the vacuum of space.
Look up Planet Duck.
So that's it for today's episode of the Be Encouraged. Be sure to go onto YouTube and subscribe to Be Encouraged with Frank and Lisa, and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. And also get a copy of our book on Amazon, The Encouragement Revolution. If you are looking to become a hope infuser and encouragement producer on the daily, do it.
Indeed. That book debuted as number 2 on Amazon's hot new release list as well. And we have had great feedback and opportunity because we are committed to changing the world one person at a time with a message of encouragement and hope, right? Mm-hmm. You know, we are the Be Encouraged show with Frank and Lisa. We love coming at you every week with a show of hope and encouragement. These 2 gentlemen helped us to unpack it today because we're always, Lisa, real talk, real growth, and real Colorado.
Stay encouraged.